morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio, and I come bearing good news, and it's a question that I've had a bunch of people messaging and asking me. Are we getting the new Trick or Trade booster packs this year? And what I've been telling people up until a couple of days ago was, look mate, it's August, we've not heard anything. At this point, it's probably fair to assume that we're not getting them. Well, we are, ladies and gentlemen. We absolutely are. They have finally been revealed, and we don't have to wait very long at all. They're out this week. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I can see, they're out on Friday, 29th, this week. Why have we not heard about them up till now? No idea. Usually we get some kind of reveal. We usually get, people telling us about it. But no, ladies and gentlemen, no. We've actually got complete radio silence. And then they've just gone and dropped it here. Why? No idea. Don't really care. Honestly, don't really care, because I love Trick or Trade booster packs. I'm not going to do that every time, I promise. And I want to have them every year. And I don't know why we had to wait so long to get them this year. But again, I don't really care, because we are getting them here. Now, the information we have is, shall we say, far from perfect. We don't have an image of the packaging. We don't know what cards are in there other than a few. But we do know a bit, so let's talk about what we do. Here's what we've been told. Prepare for next Halloween with the exclusive Pokemon Cards 2025 Trick or Trade Booster. I have to, it's capitalized. This special edition is ideal for Halloween parties, trick-or-treating, or collecting and trading with friends. Each bundle contains 35 mini packs that bring spooky fun to the Pokemon trading card game and will put a smile on everyone's face. What can you expect? 35 booster mini packs. For what it's worth, this brings it in line with last year. Last year, they went to 35 mini packs. In previous years, there were actually, more. They kind of cut it down last year. So back in 2023, for instance, the one that just had Pikachu and Mimikyu on the front, there were 50 mini packs. Why? Don't know. But back in the first year in 2022, we actually had 40. So went from 40 up to 50, down to 35. They seem to have settled on 35. One thing that is worth noting is they changed the price last year. So one of the ways you can basically fudge this when you're selling products is essentially to lower the price and then lower the amount you give by a smaller percentage. I'm not saying this was what Pokemon did and why they did it, although they did work out marginally more expensive per pack. I'm just telling you that this is kind of a well-known business thing. You essentially change the configuration, change the number of packs, so you're actually making a little bit more per pack, but it's harder to see because there's a different number of packs. So using UK prices, because they're the ones I've got saved on my computer basically, back in 2023, we were paying 20 quid for 50 packs, that's 40p per pack. Whereas last year, we were paying 15 quid for 35 packs, which is 43p a pack, 42.85 if you want to be pedantic. So, yes, we did end up paying slightly more per pack. This is what companies do, like I say. It's one of those things, costs go up, you have to increase the price at some point. That's inflation, that's a very standard thing that every company has to deal with. So what you can do is essentially lower the price while also lowering the number of packs, but do it in such a way such that each pack is a little more expensive. Point I'm making is, we still got 35 packs this time, so if they're the same price, we're not going to pay any more. 3 random cards per pack, standard, including spooky Pokemon with Halloween designs. Now, we'll get more into this in a minute because I don't know exactly what that means. Perfect for trick-or-treating, they're ideal for Halloween gifts, they're a perfect alternative to candy and double the fun. I'd say triple the fun because you get 3 cards per pack. Exclusive Halloween cards. Discover cards designed specifically for this edition, featuring Ghost Pokemon, Zubat, Pumpkin-themed Pikachu, and many other spooky cool surprises. Why you need, now bearing in mind this is the kind of thing that would be sent to distributors, why do you need it? It's a highlight not only for children but also for adults, ideal for collecting, swapping and playing together. Limited edition, they're only available for a short time and will not be reissued after Halloween, and they are a great collectible. Now, there's 3 phrases I want to pick out of here. Firstly, spooky Pokemon with Halloween designs. Secondly, pumpkin-themed Pikachu. And thirdly, unique Halloween-themed cards. These look like they're going to be better. In previous years, the way these worked were that they were reprints with a stamp. That's what we had. Straight reprints, cards we'd had before with a stamp. Now, I say straight reprints, that's not actually strictly true. Take the Pikachu on the screen here. It's the Okacheke Pikachu, my favourite Pikachu. Favourite regular one, at least. There are some promos which are a donk. And you'll notice that this is holo, whereas, it was a common. So it wasn't holo in the regular thing. So sometimes they add a holo. But, here's a complete set from 2023. I believe I got this from the lovely Taj TCG. They're awesome. I might not have done, but I think it was from Taj. If it's not, I'm really sorry. And you'll notice that they're all just reprints, but they've got the Pikachu pumpkin stamp, and some of them are holo that weren't before. That was what we had previously. This is what Trick or Trade looks like. This is all it looks like. In previous years, the only thing we've had are reprinted cards with stamps and holo. That's what we've had. We haven't had alternate art, exclusive art, etc. I am slightly, and not completely, we'll get to why in a minute, but I am slightly worried about the fact that if we do get alternate art cards, things could be a little bit annoying. If you want an extreme example, take the McDonald's Pikachu that came out in Japan a couple of weeks ago, and the issues that we had with that. Over in the West, where we've had our McDonald's promotion, it's not actually been that big a deal because the cards have just been straight reprints with the McDonald's set number. It's not been that big a deal, no one cared that too much. And don't get me wrong, people went there, they sold out and all of that, but it wasn't anything like it was over in Japan. The cards aren't that exciting. If there are exclusive alternate art cards, this could potentially cause a little bit of an issue with people wanting them a lot more. Now, the other thing is, and this is why I'm not so worried, I've bought a pack of every year so far. And I have bought up, and that's not strictly true, I've actually bought extras to give out. But for me personally, I have bought a pack of every year. One pack of 35 to 50 mini packs. And the reason I've only ever bought one is I only ever needed to. Simple as that. There's never been a need to buy more than one. Because when even last year, where it was 35 mini packs, you buy one, you get the complete set. You buy one of these, you get every card in the set. That's been my experience. And that makes it a lot less enticing for scalpers. Let's say we had, some fancy holo Pikachu where there was one copy in every 3 or 4 of the bags. Then all of a sudden, that card actually gets a little bit of value and it becomes a little bit of a pain. Please remember, this is not supposed to be a product which is difficult to collect. This is supposed to be a product where the set is very easy to collect so that you keep giving them away. If there could be valuable cards in these packs, nobody wants to give them away at Halloween. The way they've always worked up to now is you buy a bag, you get the whole set, you get a whole bunch of spares, you give them out to kids at Halloween, because that's the goal of these. They're supposed to be given out to trick-or-treaters. I take my kids to trick-or-treating every year, obviously. And I like taking all of my spare packs, so I can just, I don't, I give them to my kids, and my kids give them out to random kids trick-or-treating, and they love it. My kids love giving them out, kids love getting random packs of Pokemon cards. Everybody wins. They're wonderful. I love these. And the thing that had me worried is that the holiday calendar was revealed months ago. And generally, in previous years, they've revealed the holiday calendar at the same time as they've gone and revealed the Trick or Trade booster packs. But I told you about the holiday calendar back in June. Nearly, not quite, but nearly 3 months ago. It's been nearly 3 months since the holiday calendar was revealed, and we did not have word of a Trick or Trade booster packs because we usually do it at the same time. I'll tell you all about it. And I've had a bunch of messages from people asking, what's going on? You haven't told us anything about Trick or Trade this year. And the answer has been, we've heard nothing. Until this week, we heard nothing. There was no news, no listings, no reveal articles, nothing. Well, they've started to be listed on distributor websites. So basically, we're good. Seems like they're coming, ladies and gentlemen. And I, for one, am delighted. I love these. I'll be picking them up. And like I've told you, expect these to drop on Friday. There's not much time. Also, as a side note, do remember that sometimes we get kind of these extra packs. So back in, for instance, 2024, that was last year. We actually did see the 80-pack bundles appearing in some places. I have no news about these, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention that that has happened in the past. So do please bear that in mind. But the point is, they're coming back this week, and it sounds like they've actually got exclusive cards rather than just stamped and hollow. That makes me very excited. So that's what you need to know, but now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of this in the comment section. Get us! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Alex is Cruising, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourself till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.